What's up, guys? Today I'm going to look at 1.2 expanding brackets. Now this is just going to be a quick recap from GCSE. So basically I'm going to show you everything you need to know. So if we have double bracket like this, x plus 5 times x plus 2, the way to do this is we start with the first part. So we look at the first bracket and look at the first part of it. So we have x here. So what we need to do is times the first part of the second bracket by the first one. So we have x times x, which gives us x squared, and then do it for the second one as well. So do x times 2, you get 2x, and now once you do that, move to the second part of the first bracket to do 5 times x, you get 5x, and then do 5 times 2 to get 10. And that gives us x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. Now what you can do is you can simplify the 2x and the 5x because, well, if they're both, we've got nx, if they're both, 2x and 5x, then we can add them together to get x squared plus 7x plus 10 as our final answer. I'm going to go through some couple questions just for a recap here. So the first question is x plus 5 all times by 2x plus 3y minus 5. Now this might look a tiny bit difficult, but I'll go through it with you. So apply the technique that we learned just there. So we have the first bracket here, x plus 5, and we're going to times everything here by the first part of the first bracket. So if you do x times 2x, we get 2x squared. If we times x by 3y, we get 3xy. If we times x by minus 5, we get minus 5x. We then move on to the second part of the bracket. We do 5 times 2x to get 10x. We then do 5 times 3y to get plus 15y. And then we do 5 times minus 5 to get minus 25. Now, we've not finished here because we can simplify. We have the 5x and the 10x, which will just give us, I'll just remove this here, plus 5x. So this is our final answer, 2x squared plus 3xy plus 5x plus 15y plus minus 25. And I will now give you an exam style question. So we have a triple bracket. Given that 2x plus 5y times 3x minus y times 2x plus y equals ax to the cubed minus bx squared y plus 6y squared plus dy cubed, where a, b, c, and d are constants, find the value of a, b, c, and d. And this is for 2 marks. Okay, so this is triple brackets. This is you should have seen this from GCSE. Now the trick here is to always times the first bracket by the second bracket, and then times whatever you get by the third bracket. So I'm just going to make the text a bit shorter. So we do 2x, the same again, first part of the bracket by the first part of the second bracket. 2x times 3 we get 6x squared. And then we times 2x by minus y, so the second part of the second bracket, we get minus 2xy. Then we do 5y, so we do the second part of the first bracket times by 3x, we get plus 15xy. And then we do 5y times minus y, to get minus 5y squared. Now, before we do anything else, to save us time, we can simplify this. We get 6x squared plus 13xy minus 5y squared. So this is our quadratic. So basically, when we multiply together, we get this. Just follow with our technique we learned from GCSE. We all times this by 2x plus y. Just do this systematically, the FOIL technique. 6x squared times 2x, we get 12x cubed. 6x squared times y, we get plus 6x squared y. So 2y, just that. There we go. 13xy times 2x, we get plus 26x squared y. And then we do 13xy times y, we get 13xy squared. We do minus 5y squared times 2x, so you get minus 10xy squared. And then we do minus 5y squared times by y to get minus 5y cubed. Now the only thing left to do is to simplify. So the 12x cubed stays. We have a plus 6x squared y and a 26x squared y. We can add them together to get 32x squared y. We now have 13xy squared minus 10xy squared, which will simplify to plus 3xy squared. And then we just have our minus 5y cubed. And that completes the question for 2 marks, hopefully. So, that is expanded brackets 1.2. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.